Hello.
Hi, friends. Welcome back to Harmony Vintage Insider. This is Angie. She is
Hi.
wonderfully talented. Big brain, big heart. Awesome.
You're nice.
My name is Rick. I'm nice. And this is a show that we put together a little while ago as we started off this small business. And we just kind of walk you through what we're doing, how we're doing it, and what's going on.
Yes.
So here we go. We're live. Last week we talked about the make and take at Sugar Mill. They were doing their kind of.
They had an outdoor market. Their first outdoor market.
Mm-hmm. And that they did it so good.
I think it went well. It was packed.
It was packed. I turned that corner and it was on.
So yes, it was great.
You did a fantastic job with the ornaments.
Yeah,
it was amazing to watch you interact with that many people.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a lot of people. We had a really good space though, so that was pretty great. But
that worked out well.
But yeah, we talked to a lot of people and made a lot of ornaments.
Made a lot. You said 30, I think 50. Probably somewhere in the middle is probably where we're at. But we talked to way more people than that. Met a lot of nice people.
Yes.
Met people that I think are new customers. Met people that had been shopping from us and buying from us that we didn't know. So we got to put a face to a name and interact with them.
That was nice. Yeah.
Anybody you want to say hi to?
Hi, Natasha.
Hi, Natasha. Very nice to meet you.
Yes.
That was super sweet. Met Courtney from Johnstown Barbershop.
Yes.
That was super nice. Still got to come in and get a haircut, but let's see. And then just a bunch of people had a good time, and the success of that I thought was amazing. You did fantastic.
You know, I think we're going to keep doing more of these because I do really enjoy meeting people and showing people how the IOD products work. And that hands-on, I think, is really good.
I always thought intimidation about the products was a something we had to overcome, but I had no idea how many people are intimidated by it. They buy the stuff, they just don't use it sometimes.
Yes. Yeah, and that's sad. We want you to use it.
We want you to use it. We want you to feel comfortable with it. I will go back to your faux moo one more time. Fear of messing up.
The fear of messing up, yes.
And I think we talked some people into trying some new things that they would have been a little bit uncomfortable.
I think so. I had a few people try transfers for the first time. And as far as IOD products go, that's probably your best entry-level product, although they're all really pretty user-friendly.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Yeah.
Well, today we're going to talk a little bit about molds and doing a little bit more with molds. You took a lot of questions about molds in particular and the painting of molds.
Right. So the make and takes, I pre-made some molds and pre-painted them. And it did generate a lot of interest, which I'm excited about because molds, the IOD molds are amazing. This is just a little demo piece that we have hanging. That's just a variety of molds. They're all painted the same, but just to show the amazing detail.
Yes.
They're all very, very detailed.
That's one of my favorite features of the molds. And their versatility in what you can do with them. You can do air dry clay, you can do the mix and mold. There's a lot to be done with them.
That's true.
Before we jump into that, I think the only real thing we had to show was just the soap from this week. We've been
we're still getting our Christmas soaps done.
Yes.
And this one's not really a Christmas soap, but it's one of our most popular. So we thought we should have some in there for gift giving.
Yes.
Really good gifts.
Hands down. No questions asked. This soap is our number one soap, and it is a variation of lavender.
It is lavender.
It is. This one's calming lavender. We've done wild lavender. We've done calming lavender. We've done a couple lavender variations, but lavender outsells everything by far.
It does, and this lavender has a little bit of oatmeal in it, that's the calming part. It's really calming to your skin. Nice. And it smells amazing, and you did a great swirl pattern.
Oh, you're sweet. You're very really sweet. Pretty. So there's our soap that won't be available until later on in the month, end of the month, beginning of November.
Yes.
But we've been making soap, enjoying that new soap cutter a lot.
I know. Yeah, we just cut this yesterday.
So We're having a good time.
Yeah.
Well, with that, I'm mostly going to turn it over to you, I think.
Yes. So
what's up, Big Sigh?
So this is a little different format. Like Rick said, we've had a lot of questions about the molds. And a couple of weeks ago, we showed you pouring the molds. We used air dry clay, we used mix to mold and resin. There are other products out there, but those are the three that I've tried. So we kind of demonstrated that. But then we're getting questions about how to paint them. And there are a lot of different ways that you can paint the molds. So I thought I would paint some for you today and try a couple of different techniques. Before I do that, I was going to show you. So
you want me to move the camera?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I'm just going to show you kind of where we're going, I guess. And it's probably not going to be perfectly smooth, but we'll do our best. So we just grabbed this invitation only molds today, and it's kind of a fun. It's not a new one. It's been around for about a year or so, but I've never tried it before, and so I thought we would play with it because I think they'll make really good kind of spooky ornaments.
Yes,
a little more on the spooky side. I think this is
a funner mold.
Yes,
and I think it fits this into this kind of October time of year.
Fits well. I don't do scary. I'm not a big fan of scary. But as we move into fall, because kind of the colors get a little bit darker, a little more oranges, and these guys are just really fun. They're, I don't know what you would call these, like little busts with animal figures. There's a deer, a wolf, a dog, and a cat. And I haven't unmolded the cat. I did these in resin just for ease. You could do these in air dry clay. They would do wonderful there. And I think you could do all of them except probably not the deer in mix to mold. His antlers would probably break off. So I wouldn't recommend that. But this cat is in the resin. And I guess you could move the camera now.
Okay.
And I'll unmold it so we can see what that looks like together. I haven't seen it in resin yet, so
if you're watching, look away for the next 10 seconds. We're starting now.
I'm just going to reset the camera here. What do you think? Is that good?
How's that?
I think that's pretty good. We just want a nice view of the molds. So here you can see them a little more closely. I'm just going to pop this cat out of here. I did it earlier today, so it's definitely nice and hard. But that's what they look like when they come out if you use the white resin, which is what I used for all 4 of these. I did all 4. 3 of them I'm going to paint and kind of show you a couple of ideas for using them. But that's what they look like initially. Usually when I'm going to paint these, the first thing I do is paint the entire mold a dark or a color. Usually it's a darker color. I have done a couple of them already. This isn't really dark. This is Summer Crush, DIY color. And so I went ahead, I painted the little dog orange because we're gonna put him on this little pumpkin. Rick cut this piece of wood for me and he drilled a hole so we could put this cute little stem in there. And we're gonna glue him on there. But first we're gonna do a dry brush technique. I was flipping through Facebook yesterday and saw that Zeb and Jamie Ray did something similar. And thanks for the idea, guys. I think that's going to be pretty adorable. So I'm using an acrylic paint for my dry brush. I have been doing that because when you go to seal it, the acrylic paint won't easily wipe off. If you use a chalk paint, sometimes when you go to seal it, you lose some of that detail, and that's kind of sad. I already found something that I forgot to bring.
What's that?
a piece of cardboard.
Oh, I will get you a piece of cardboard.
If you wouldn't mind, there's one, anywhere, any piece of cardboard. When I do dry brushing, I just have a little bit of paint here. You can see just a dot of paint. And I'm going to dip my brush in there and not put much paint on there at all. And then I'm going to offload that paint. Usually I do it on a piece of cardboard. Oh, he's giving me a piece of cardboard. Sorry about the weird noise. But yeah, cardboard is just really good for this. I just kind of brush the brush on there so that it kind of spreads the paint through the bristles and removes a lot of it, because you really want a dry brush when you do this technique. And so he's already been painted orange. When I put this dry brush on here, it's going to really make those details pop. So hopefully you can see this.
That's coming through pretty good.
Is it coming through pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to start down here on the bottom. That's because I want to test how much paint I actually have on my brush. And can you see how lightly that's coming off on there? It's just really hitting those high areas of the mold. Don't move the camera, move the table.
Yes, exactly. I'm trying not to make people sick.
You're awesome. I appreciate you so much. So I'm going to do that all over on all of the detail of the mold. So there's a lot of detail. I'm getting his little bow tie.
So what's the challenge in this? Is it not getting too much paint on there?
Yeah, you want to go lighter than darker, although worst case scenario, if you get too much on there, you can always go back with your base coat and kind of start over again. Usually you probably want to avoid that if possible, but again, when we talk about that fear of messing up, that's why I love paint. It's really very hard to completely mess up. You might have to go back and repaint and try again, but it's not like a tragedy that it's not fixable. And I don't know, that takes a lot of the stress out for me. Getting his little face here.
But it just really makes that thing pop, doesn't it?
I know. Look at all that detail. Getting his ears and his little hat. Sometimes when I'm dry brushing, there are details that I didn't even realize were there until my brush hits them and brings them out. So
yeah, it kind of highlights a lot of that stuff, doesn't it?
It does. So now see all the detail, and when I glue this on, he's just kind of fun on this little pumpkin. What do you think?
I think it looks amazing. That looks amazing.
So I'm not going to totally finish this here just because I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but he'll need to be glued on there. I could do a little dark wax, and I'll post a picture of him when I have him all the way finished so you can see what he looks like. I probably will do a little bit of dark wax around the edge. I might do a little distressing on the pumpkin itself, but I like it. This is one of the simplest ways to paint a mold. You choose your base color. Usually I would do a darker color, although I've done like a white with a brown dry brush, and that also looks good. So kind of play with your colors a little bit. But this I think is a great way to paint a mold for the first time. It's a pretty simple
you did a good job picking those out. What would be other molds that would be fun for that?
For
making those
on the pumpkin?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Zeb and Jamie used a ton of them. They used all kinds. They did
the sunflower mold.
Well, sunflower is probably too big for this. You could do a bigger version of this in a sunflower. In fact, I've seen somebody's been doing that online and they look amazing. You could use the Chanticleer. That's the little rooster.
Yeah.
Just I'm looking at here on my little mold thing. This beetle would be kind of cool. Just anything that fits on there.
Oh, the beetle would be cool.
Yeah. So
nice.
Yeah. And you could even, if you wanted to use air dry clay, you could even use a combination of the trimming. This is the trimmings mold, and you could do strips of different trim.
I think the oak leaf would go
on
good
here.
on that.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah. A lot of possibilities. You kind of caught me off guard. I hadn't really thought of it.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. But I am going to have to wash my brush out because I'm going to show you another one. And this is another dry brush. This one is a little bit more like what you see on my little sample board. But I wanted to show you a couple things on this one because I think this is kind of a fun.
That turned out so nice, dear.
Can you see that? Does that show up well?
That is popping.
So I can't remember. I think it was Weathered Wings online. A couple weeks ago, she used the IOD stamps with this is Deb's golden ticket. And I decided to try it and I'm in love. How
it looks
beautiful
amazing.
Is that gold. So the golden ticket is already pretty liquid. It's not thick like chalk paint, so you don't have to water it down or anything. But I used a brayer and I just rolled that paint. This is from the Pastiche set. This is the bird cage. These are the books from Pastiche. And then I used the stamp from the Christmas Post stamp, which I know you're going to get sick of seeing. I'm going to put on everything, but I just really liked it. And then I thought this little deer bust is going to look amazing on here. I painted in black. Again, this was a white resin. I just painted him with a black chalk paint. And now I'm going to dry brush. Again, I'm going to use an acrylic. I could use that golden ticket. The reason I'm not doing it is because it's a little thin, and I don't think I would like that on a mold.
It works out well for the stamps, but
yes, you want it nice and thin for a stamp, but for a dry brush, you want it dry. So if you have a wet paint, that's going to make your job a little bit harder. So I'm just using this Deco Art in Glorious Gold. And I just have a tiny little dot of it there. It's right here. I'm using that same brush I used before. I want to make sure it's nice and dry because I did clean it. And again, I'm just dipping a little paint on my brush using that cardboard that you made for me. Thank you, dear. And just kind of spreading it around so that it's not wet on my brush. It's kind of spread out and mostly dry. So let's try him. We'll kind of start the same spot we did on the other one. And I'm probably going to go a little heavy on the gold on him because I don't want him to blend in too hard into the background. There's a lot of gold on this project. I got a little gold crazy, but I was having fun with it.
Oh, I think it looks amazing, dear. Amazing.
So
kind of
there's the base of it. I'm gonna get
academia look, kind of going after that.
Yes, that's the look that I think these lend themselves really well to that look. So now I'm just gonna hit this detail over here on the side. Can you see that?
Yep. I think if I was doing this, I would be fighting the urge to add too much paint.
Probably. probably, and you'll get a feel for it the more you do it. I think, boy, once you get too much paint on there, you know immediately, and you're like, ugh. You can just back that off and just go back and take some more off on your cardboard. Like I said, I mean, you could always come back with black and go over it and try again. How cool is his little shirt turning out?
Oh, nice.
Isn't he neat?
Yeah.
He's neat. I gotta say, he's probably my favorite. I really like him. I don't know if they have names, but I don't know what is funny to me about his antlers and his little bow tie, but kind of cracks me up. I think he's pretty fun. Look how great that's turning out.
That is awesome.
So now we're going to get some of this fur detail. They do such a good job of adding all this detail. It doesn't take much paint, does it?
No, it doesn't. When you only put that one drop in there, I'm like, But you're right.
I know Juanita from church just bought some molds from us, and she bought like a little, like at Michael's, you can get a little acrylic set of paints. I forget how many are in there, but it's really a great little starter kit. And she picked one up and she told me, and I was like, yep, and they'll last you the rest of your life because you really don't use much. Maybe there might be a color like black or white that you use so much that you have to go buy another one. But as far as the set itself, it'll last you a very long time.
That looks awesome, dear.
So there he is. I may go back and add some more gold, but I think that gives you a feel for what he's going to look like. And then when I put him on here, I just think that's a lot of fun.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that fun?
Look at that.
And so you could hang this on your wall. You could set it on a shelf.
Could be a shelf sitter, yep.
Yeah, and just kind of add a fun little piece to your fall decor. I think this would just work perfectly with that.
It's a little spooky, but not too far down the road.
Right. Yes.
Good job, dear. That's amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm happy with how that turned out. Just cleaning my brush again. And this last one, we have the dog. He's a dog or a wolf, I don't know, but I'm doing him a little different. I already got him a little bit started because I want to make him just a little more, wouldn't say realistic, but I'm adding more color to him. And so that's kind of a different look. So I went ahead and painted this base gold. I painted his jacket black, his white shirt, his red tie, and did the hat. I started on the ears. So this is going to be my son's dog. He has a German Shepherd, and I thought, you know what? Let's have a little fun and see how close we can make him look to Drogo. So I painted him all over before this. I painted raw umber or burnt umber. I did a burnt umber. I'm going to go in now with this is called fawn, and it's just a light brown color. And I'm gonna hit all the high points with that, and we'll see how. I was like, I saved the hardest part of this project to do live with you, so it could be miserable failure. We'll see.
FOMO.
All right, so I'm just gonna get a little bit more on there.
It's auto-focusing when you do that.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Is that weird?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to hit his fur here and kind of start bringing this fur out.
So Drogo's a German Shepherd mix.
He is, yeah, that's true. He's mostly light colored.
Mostly light colored. Doesn't have really any black on him, but he has the hair and the body of a German Shepherd. But I would say he looks more like a fox in hair color.
Oops. Oh, I forgot he wasn't glued on there. Scared me. That's true. He's very beautiful.
Yes.
And this one isn't going to look exactly like him, but I think my son will get it.
He looks kind of familiar.
Well, a couple years ago, our daughter got him. Have you seen those pictures that you can have your pet made into kind of like a painting or whatever, but like it's kind of funny because he has a suit on. He
looks a little bit like this thing.
Yeah, it looks. That's I think kind of what gave us the idea. So I think this will be kind of fun.
He'll have this and that.
Yes.
I guess I assumed we're giving it to him.
Yes, we are. We are. I think it's kind of fun. It'll be a little ornament for him. So. Okay, so his fur is starting to come out.
Oh, look at there.
And there are a couple of other things I want to do. One, I want to put some black on his nose and on his eyes because Drogo has a lot of black around his eyes. I mean, that's mostly where the black comes from. I'm going to use a little smaller brush on this one. I usually like to use like a flat brush. I don't have a tiny flat brush, so we'll see how this works. Sorry if I autofocused. So we're going to add some here on his nose.
Are you dry brushing again, or
I am right now. I'm dry brushing because I don't want it to be too stark. I kind of want to make a little bit of a subtle change, and I could decide to come back and make it darker if I want. See his little nose starting to come out.
It's looking good, dear. It's looking good.
Thank you. And then his eyes. The eyes are always kind of hard on the molds. You kind of have to just throw down your FOMU and just dive in there and start doing it. Because once you do it and you get it right, and it might take you a couple tries, but they look amazing. They spare no detail on those eyes. I just thought of something else I should have brought.
What's that?
I think usually I use a little stylus, but I could use a toothpick, actually, if you want to grab a toothpick for me.
I would be glad to.
Now, on a person's eyes, I would put more, like I would put white, around the eye. But I was looking at a picture of Drogo. He has very dark eyes. Thank you. Perfect. And he has just some of this black fur kind of around his snout here. So starting to look a little bit.
Oh yeah, doing a good job.
And I'm probably not going to get him perfect right now because I would come in. I would probably do a little more shading here in some of these areas with the black, just to give it a little more dimension. And I might come back with a lighter color just on some highlight areas and kind of make that pop. But I don't want to make this video too long. So the last thing I'm going to do...
29 minutes and 50 seconds.
I was shooting for half an hour. Almost made it. Okay. So usually I use a stylus, but a toothpick works really well too. And I think this is just kind of the final little thing on eyes. You want to just put a little white dot on those eyes. And I think it makes him look alive, and he's a little creepy still, but, but sometimes it makes him cuter, but he's still a little creepy. But
I'm not going to turn my back on him.
So when I get, and at the very end, what I'll do is I'm going to dry brush that gold on there, just like I did on the other. And that's kind of a secret thing. When you do a lot of colors like this, if you end it with a dry brush over the whole thing in one color, it kind of erases any mistakes. So it actually ends up kind of pulling the whole thing together. So kind of similar to how I did this gold dry brush, I'll gold dry brush him as well. And any spots where my color is in the wrong place, it'll just erase it magically and you won't even notice. So I will post pictures of these when I get them all the way finished. It'll probably be early next week. But that is, let me move these out of the way so you can see the three of them together. Here are the three projects, kind of three different looks for
awesome,
the molds.
That looks awesome. You did tremendous.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm pretty happy with them.
You did tremendous.
I think they turned out pretty fun.
They look awesome, and there's such variety in the three there, right?
Yes, a lot of different looks, although these are similar techniques. He's a little different, but I just encourage you to have some fun with it. I mean, it is, I love adding the extra colors on here. I don't know why. It takes a little patience, a little bit of time, but it's really fun. I love it. I'll probably add some highlight to his hat here. But
you did tremendous. You did
Thank
tremendous.
you.
I think the only thing else we wanted to cover is a save the date.
Save the date, yes.
For Thursday, October 23rd at Sugar Mill.
Yes.
They are doing their Witches Night Out, which is kind of a Halloween version of a ladies' night.
Right.
I would encourage you to go to the Sugar Mill page and find out all the details. There will be snacks, refreshments, prizes, activities. We're going to be doing something. We're going to do a make and take. I haven't settled on all the details yet, but as soon as I get that settled, I'll post something. So hopefully you'll come see us. Remember, all proceeds go to a portion. Sorry, Sarah. A portion of the proceeds go to a woman's charity. So
yes.
Save the date on Thursday, October 23rd, starts 5 o'clock. And as per usual, we thank you for watching. We'll see you. We love you. Goodbye. Have a great weekend, people.
Bye.